There is something so lovely about pairing delicate lace, silk fabric, and pearls. In today's sewing tutorial, we'll walk through the construction steps for the latest Club Grace subscription pattern, pearls and lace. Let's go ahead and get started. As we start the tutorial for our pearls and lace ensemble, we'll take a quick look at the pattern pieces. For the suit jacket, we'll be utilizing a front piece as well as a side front, back piece and a side back, the puff to the sleeve, the lower sleeve, and the front and back peplum. The skirt with the modest train includes 3 skirt pieces as well as a waistband, and then the hat is made of 3 pieces as well. Our first step will be to take some small clips in towards the curved edge of the jacket pieces. With our clips in place, we'll grab our side front sections and sew that front dart. We'll tie our darts off and press the darts open. Next, we'll grab our front sections and pin our trim in place. Since I am using a little bit wider trim here on the bodice, I'm actually going to sew the 1/4 inch seam allowance so that only the portion that I want to extend past the seam is visible from the outside of the jacket. I'll trim off the excess and then place the fronts to the side fronts, right sides together, and sew that seam. With our front sections prepared, I did go ahead and add a little bit of fray check to that center front seam just to make sure that my silk doesn't unravel. Next, we'll grab the back sections and the side back sections, place them right sides together and sew those seams, and follow that with sewing the center back seam. With our seams pressed open, we'll place the front of the jacket to the back and sew it together at the shoulder seams. With our shoulder seams pressed open, we'll turn our attention to the sleeves. We'll grab the lower portion of our sleeve, a few pieces of our trim, and we'll baste it to the cuff edge of the sleeve. With our trim secure, we'll grab the sleeve lining, place it right sides together to the sleeve, and also sew the cuff edge. We'll grab our 2 sleeve puffs, run a gathering stitch along both sleeve caps, along both sleeve edges, and then pull those gathers to fit the lower portion of the sleeve. You'll pull the gathers gently to meet the lower sleeve edge. Next, we'll pull the gathering stitch along the sleeve cap to fit the armhole opening of the jacket and get the sleeves sewn in place. Once you've checked both sides of both sleeves, you can place the front and the back of the jackets together and sew the side seams. With our side seams pressed open and our jacket turned right side out, we'll grab our 2 peplum pieces and we'll sew the front peplums to the back at the side seams. We'll repeat that same step with the peplum linings. With the side seams pressed open, you'll place the peplum lining to the peplum and pin it together with right sides, and then you'll sew all the way around, leaving the waist edge unsewn. We'll clip and trim down the seam allowance, turn the peplum right side out, and give it a press. Next, we'll run a gathering stitch along the waist edge of the peplum. Off camera, I completed the lining to the jacket utilizing the exact same steps, minus the sleeves where I actually just did a zigzag or overlock stitch to finish that raw edge, and I turned the hem edge of the lining up 1/4 of an inch. From here, we're going to place the lining to the jacket with right sides together, sew up both front openings and around the neck edge, and then we'll get our peplum attached. You want to make sure to check both sides before doing any clipping or trimming into that seam allowance, and if everything looks to be good, you can turn the jacket lining to the inside and press the edge. With our front edge pressed, we'll grab that peplum. We'll pull the gathering stitch to match the waist edge of the jacket, matching the side seams. We'll get it pinned in place and then sewn in place. The front finished edge of the peplum will line up directly with the front finished edge of the jacket opening. The side seams will match up at the side, and that point at the back of the peplum will match up with that center back seam of the jacket as well. With those things checked out, we're going to go ahead and sew the 2 pieces together, and then we'll press the seam allowance up. With the seam allowance pressed up, we'll pull the folded edge of the lining down towards that seam, grab our needle and thread, and hand finish the lining to the inside of the waist seam. With the lining secure, we'll get a quick fit to the doll. I'll mark the placement for the snaps and add the decorative pearls. The first step in the skirt construction is to grab that lace and baste it to the front center panel on both sides. We'll grab our skirt side front sections, place it right sides together to the skirt front panel, and sew those seams. Next, we'll grab the back sections, place it to the side of the skirt, and sew that seam. With all of our skirt seams pressed open, I've completed the lining to this skirt off camera, utilizing the same steps. We'll place this skirt lining right sides together to the skirt, matching all of the seams, and we'll sew the hemline. With the hemline pressed, I'm going to run an overlock stitch on the left and right back opening of the skirt. At the sewing machine, I'm going to run 2 rows of gathering stitches at the skirt waist end. Before I do that, I'm going to turn up one long edge of the waistband 1/4 of an inch and give it a press. We'll pull our gathering stitches gently to match the width of the waistband. Do keep in mind when attaching the skirt to the waistband that you do want to center the 2 rows of trim that you use to decorate the front panel. At this stage, you want to confirm you're happy with the placement of that front trim, and we'll move on to the next step. With the lower gathering stitch removed, we'll fold back the left back opening 1/4 of an inch. We'll maintain that fold at the back of the waistband, then we'll fold that in half again. You'll pin that in place, and then you can hand finish the waistband to the inside seam, or you can actually use your machine to top stitch. We'll place the skirt right sides together and sew the center back seam from the hem edge to the dot as indicated on the pattern. For the right raw edge of the waistband, you can add a little bit of fray check or just do a few zigzag stitches over that raw edge to secure it in place. With the center back seam pressed to the side, we'll get a fit to the doll, mark the placement for the snap, and add those decorative pearls to the front trim of the center panel. With all of the pearls added to our trim, we'll go ahead and grab one of our Grace dolls and get those final photographs. As you can see from the final photographs, Grace looks absolutely stunning in her pearls and lace outfit. So feminine and refined, ready for a sweet walk on the promenade on a sunny spring day. Often when I embark on a new pattern, I find myself running off to the fabric store to find just the right elements to create the look. I'm happy to report that in this particular case, I did neither of those things and found all these beautiful trims and fabrics in my stash. My challenge to you for this design is to look deep into the crevices of your sewing room and find some hidden treasures you may have forgotten you already have. If you have any questions about the construction of this ensemble, please list that in the comment section below. There you'll also find a link to a video of how to create a similar hat in case you have questions about that. As always, I thank you guys for your time and for watching. I invite you to hit that like and subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.